YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Adiyar back with another video for Sandlord Season 8. This is going to be in regard to the Erika 1 video for Corrosive that I just put out yesterday. Let's go ahead and just address the elephant in the room.
Oh, somebody!
The medium destinies that I advised everybody to pick up because they were super cheap and there were like 70 of them on the market for 10 FE a piece have clearly skyrocketed. So let's go over some alternatives to keep you alive, to get your downsides on your farewell desires to be counteracted, and maybe just like some general defensive tips that you can incorporate into your build to make the build a little bit more comfy for you at your stage of progression. If you're rocking with this content, go ahead and throw a like on the video and sub to the channel. We're going to be putting out more videos for Torchlight as the season goes on. Of course, we do other games as well. We do Path of Exile 1, maybe PoE 2, Hero Siege. Gonna be doing Ellie at some point. I don't know when. We'll get there. But anyway, the support has been crazy. We've already blown past 1,300. We're on our way to 1,400 almost, and we're really rushing to our goal of 2,000. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you'd like to come watch me live stream, I live stream on YouTube and on Twitch. Twitch link in the description, Discord link in the description, and we've got a sub goal currently up in your top left corner. Once we reach 30 subs between Twitch and YouTube, that would be, YouTube memberships or Twitch subs, chat will get to pick my 0 to hero, so look forward to that. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop into this video, get some options for you, get you going on your way to Corrosive throw greatness. All right, so as we said, the medium destinies have skyrocketed in price. There were like 70 of them for days, sitting at about the 10 to 15 FE mark. This is what the market's looking like today. We have alternatives that we can do. Don't worry, there are other things you can do. There are small versions of this that you can use. Those are still pretty cheap. Those are still pretty low. They're at like 10 FE. You'll need more than you would need on the mediums, but I mean, those are an option if you can't get the mediums. There is another option as well. Down here in your soul candles. Soul candles also have a defeat mod right here. It is relatively inexpensive. As you can see, you've got these for as low as like 20 FE. You do need to double check your downside though, because some of the downsides are rough. Make sure your downsides on your T0 mods are not bad. But this is 1% max life restored on defeat. That completely counteracts your farewell desire. And you don't have to worry about mana because your mana cost should be 0 on your skill anyway. So the only thing we actually need to counteract is the life loss. Another thing you can do is stack life regain. Instead of rolling purely for crit damage and projectile speed on your slates, you could also try to get some life regain in there. If you recall, the actual tree that I'm currently using actually has 6 points invested into life regain. I always have these on, and you can get more of that on your slates as well. The more of this you have, the more comfy it'll feel, of course. So there is that option. Another option, we are in Ronin for a reason. We take defensiveness for a reason. And that is so that when you are comfortable with your level of damage, you can then backscale, pull a couple points out of damage and move them into block. You can get a lot of block on your hero memories. You can get a lot of block in the tree between God of War and Ronin. And there's also nodes like this one that restores missing life when you block. This is not gonna keep your health topped up for the farewell desires. It's not like you'll be killing way more than you're blocking while you're mapping. But this is a really nice thing to have. Also, it gives you block ratio. Block is really amazing in this game if you did not know. Block can go up to 100% chance to block both attacks and spells. And it's like my current build with like the current tree that we have, anything that you block gets reduced by 60%. You can also get additional damage blocked. This is a flat damage reduction on anything you block as well. So you see, I have, anytime I block, I reduce that by 100%. I'm not personally heavily invested into block right now because I want to keep pushing my damage and pushing my damage. I don't actually need the amount of damage that I currently have for the things that I'm farming, which is deep space canvas and like high tier, like profound strats. I don't really care to do deep space maps on Erika. Deep space this season is kind of just a joke of annoyance and I can't be bothered to do it. At least not on this character. A couple of other things that you could consider. you will lose damage going from a Farewell Desire to a non-priceless sword, but doing so will also cut your life loss in half. Again, also an option. And on the block front, as far as your skills go, one thing that you could also do just to help you stay nice and healthy, you can pick one of your damage buffs here, so aim, shadow shot, or timid, and you can replace this with a defensive option. So what I would suggest would be Aegis of Fire. At level 20, this skill gives you 27.5% chance to block attacks and spells. That is literally a quarter of your block chance solved right then and there. So as you can see, we've got a couple of different options to like increase the survivability of the build, increase your ability to counteract the Farewell Desires. You've got small destinies, you've got candle mods, you can stack life regain on your slates and get more of it in your trees. You can also go block. There's one other thing that you could do. I don't choose to do it personally, but you could choose to do this. What you could choose to do is unspec all of your life nodes and go into energy shield nodes. You would have to drop, you'd probably want to drop one of your auras and replace that with an energy fortress to get additional energy shield. Change your belt to an energy shield base, change your build to an energy shield build, and then you'll be at 1 HP, but you'll have energy shield, and your energy shield does not get drained by Farewell Desire. I just don't choose to do that. I don't want to try to force energy shield, but it is it is a usable and workable last ditch option if you just really cannot get access to anything to counteract your Farewell Desires. And just remember, you need 1% per sword, right? So if you only have one sword, you only need 1% on defeat to counteract it. If you've got two, you need 2%. You could also get corroded swords that has 0.5 instead of 1. I don't suggest that usually. Honestly, just get a stronger sword and you'll be okay. One other note, we did change out the aura. We're no longer using erosion enhancement. We did swap over to precise cruelty, or just cruelty in general. It was a bit more damage over erosion enhancement. So be aware of that. And I do apologize, I did have to put out an updated build code. I had the 2 auras in this slot. They were turned off. I forgot that they would go through on the build code anyway. These 2 auras, I apologize if you got baited by that. You don't need them to. I'm only rocking 2 50% auras for now. Anyway, the build is currently popping off. We're almost we ended stream last night. We're at 950 billion. We are like right on the cusp of breaking 1 trillion. And we still have loads and loads of things to upload. To upgrade. We've still got a T1 belt, not a priceless belt. We've still got T1 rings with no implicits on them, not priceless rings. We don't have the correct corrosion on our blight at all. We're still working on getting stuff T0'd on this. This could be double corroded for 31%. There's just so much more damage we can pull out of this. We're still using the rare slate setup, which is actually the cheap version of slates, not the high damage. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick update, give you some options, because the moment I saw those destinies, I knew I would need to release this video and just like let people know that there are other options. If you have further questions, always ask in the Discord. There's people helpful that'll be able to help you, and if I'm available, I can help you as well. Thank you all for the support. I'll see you on the live stream later today. Bye bye.